Hi, I'm Ayla Lopez from Schola, and I'm here with Dr. Phyllis Kramer from St. Elizabeth Parish. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, welcome. And we're glad you're here too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Would you mind telling me a little bit about your school and your mission?
Yes, our school was founded over 102 years with the Sisters of Jesus and Mary, the Holy Names of Jesus and Mary. And their mission was simple. They were coming here to educate the children here in the San Gabriel Valley. But over the course of the 102 years, educating someone is not simple. It's very complex. Yeah. And so I think what we have done, and we've been very successful in doing, is educating the whole child, body, mind, and spirit. And we want our graduates to be their best selves. The children are feeling welcomed. They're feeling that they are starting their day off new. So whatever happened yesterday doesn't impact, and that they are focused on. The teachers are very hands-on, wanting the best for the children and having activities that will bring out those different qualities. And so just even as little as they are, that learning how to use even a pencil, we take that for granted sometimes, about even just how to hold a pencil. But just to see children to use their pencil, write their name, and they're ready to go off to the next class. And so each class builds on each strength and each skill base. And so we're very developmental. We take the child where they are and then build them up to where they can get to their best quality self.
That's awesome. That sounds great. Would you mind telling me a few things that set you guys apart from other schools?
Well, I think what we do, because we educate the whole child, we make sure that they have the academics down, but we also have the diversity. And so when they're sitting in the classroom, they are learning from each other, and each of those children come, I call it our neighborhood school. And so they're part of this rich microcosm that's here in the San Gabriel Valley. It's authentic and it's genuine. The ethnicity and the diversity and how we interplay. It's all organic. One of our alums owns a business, and literally when you go into their business, it looks like our school. They literally have hired a little bit of everything. It's been a responsibility to keep up the legacy. So the diversity is not only skin color, it's social economic status, and it's also religion. Not all our kids are Catholic. We take kids from all religious faiths here. We also tag into, I would say, their physical self in a sense, and so we have a beautiful playing field that they can play and run, and they'll run off with their friends, and sometimes they need quiet time. So, you need to de-stress after class. So it is more than a brain break. So they get their brain breaks, they play it out. We also have artistic space for them. And I call it not an art room, I call it an art studio, where the students can express themselves artistically and learn a little bit more about what beauty is for them. I think that's what sets us apart.
Yeah, and I've seen too, just walking around, it really looks like you just set your students up for success and learning how to cope with the arts and with the sports. And you mentioned earlier, I believe too, you guys do journaling, your students do journaling, and I love that. Yes,
so whatever I do at morning prayer could be the prompt.
Gotcha.
And then they'll just follow it through. And then what's really neat is then what we're finding is then when they go to kindergarten, Miss Kathy does journaling. And so now we're noticing that they're phonetically doing things, and now they're actually writing out the whole words without us even prompting them.
Nice. They're just kind of figuring it out.
They're just doing it. And I just, from past experience, they are the students who get the scholarships. They're because we allowed them to be who they are meant to be. We're not pushing them. They're not giving them tummy aches or anything like that. And that's what I love. I think what we need to do is allow kids to be kids. Allow them to make mistakes. The best place to make a mistake is here, right? Yeah. We catch them, we're gentle with them, we guide them, and then help them learn from the mistake. And I think that's the beauty of our junior high. We let them make mistakes, and we're there. okay, so what did you learn from that? What do you want to do with this?
And there's that
feedback. And there's the feedback. This year, because of COVID, we started a social emotional learning program.
That's so important.
And it is important. It is important. And I just plan to build on that even more for that, because I think it's so important. We need language to be able to communicate and everything. So when a child says they're anxious, at least here, we will know what anxious means. Right?
That's so awesome that you set them up to deal academically, right? You set them up academically, socially, and then also with coping skills. That's very important.
Yes.
So would you mind telling me a little bit about your learning style here?
Our learning style is hands-on. It's hands-on approach, developmental. We do use the California Core as our curriculum, but what I love my teachers, what they've done, they have backfilled. There's some gaps. And so my teachers have been absolutely awesome about supplementing the gaps that they see the children are needing in their academic rigor.
Yeah, that sounds great. And then would you mind diving a little bit deeper into your middle school?
Oh, I love our middle school. It's awesome. Our middle school takes all that experience that they've gotten from TK all the way through 5th grade and just expands on it. And they are, again, my teachers are hands-on, developmental, and they push them. They push them in a way that allows them to feel confident, academic independence. The students have said that they feel like they understand and know their world because of how we set them up. So yeah, I'm very proud of my 8th graders. Yeah. I'm very proud of my 8th graders too.
That's awesome. And then where do you see your 8th graders going for high school?
My 8th graders, 72% of and they're not mine, but yes they are. 72% of our 8th graders are getting honors at entrance with the high school of their choice. So 84% of them got their first choice of high school.
Nice.
And the high schools are competitive. We're looking at St. Francis, we're looking at Flint Ridge Prep, we're looking at Flint Ridge Sacred Heart Academy, we're looking at Mayfield Senior, we're looking at Loyola, we're looking at Poly and Damien, and just the really solid private schools in the area. Those are where our students are going. And then they're also getting merit scholarships too. Nice. Westridge is another one I wanted. Harvard Westlake. I mean, they're doing it. They're making their mark in the San Gabriel, San Fernando, and Los Angeles areas.
How would you say you compare to other religiously affiliated schools in the area?
Our tuition structure is, I would say, attuned to the working professional families. We know that there's some families that have 2 income earners and 1 income earners, and I believe our tuition structure is sensitive to those families who want a good, solid education at an affordable price. And so we're willing to seek scholarships, negotiate tuition to make that work, because if this is an important value, a good solid education for your family, we will work with you to make sure that happens.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about St. Elizabeth, you can visit them at www.st-elizabeth.com, or you can visit us at schola.com and look for their profile there to request more information.